Just coming, 1-1 at Stamford Bridge. I just wonder, after the turbulent time United have had, what that will do, Premier League-wise, just to the whole group, to get a result like that.
Yeah, it should give them a bit of confidence. You know, going to a Chelsea team that have been playing really well, especially coming away with a point, is, you know, it can only be positive, really. They've got a few fixtures now where they're very winnable as well. I think looking at the next 8, 9, 10 fixtures, well, you say they're winnable, you hope they're winnable with the squad they've got, the players they've got. A new coach coming in to, you know, just to refresh them a little bit, revitalise them a little bit. Going to places like Chelsea and getting a point is a positive result.
But if I said to you at the start of the week, after all that had gone on, away game in the Champions League to win the group and go through, and then get a point at the leaders, everyone would have taken that, wouldn't they? Yeah,
of course you would. You definitely take it. As I said, a turbulent week, losing the manager isn't great. And Michael's done well, hasn't he? It's not been vintage football, I'd say, but it's been football that's got us 2 good results that say you need to get a little bit of confidence. The team has been a mess the last 5 or 6 weeks, really not knowing which way they're going to play, no real structure about them. Now they need to settle down into some kind of system. Maybe today he's found a way of playing. I don't know what the new manager will do. So they need to go on from this now. Going to Chelsea is a tough place to go, so they need to crack on and really kick on now.
Yeah, I think it's horses for courses. You know, that result there, that performance against Chelsea, a very, very hard side to play against at the moment. The players wouldn't have enjoyed that. There's no way the players would have enjoyed playing that way, but they'd enjoy getting the point, putting their foot in, working it hard defensively. They can't play that way against the next, as you say, next 10 fixtures. They'll play different. They'll play a bit more open, they'll play better, and they'll try and enjoy the game a bit more. But I know Manchester United players would be down going back home on that coach saying, well, if we play like that every week, it ain't going to be enjoyable. But it was right for the one-off game that was needed today and after the great result they got in the week. But there is so much more they need to do if they're going to really get themselves back where they need to be. And that will happen in time with a new manager.
That's really interesting. And not for a one-off game, but over a period of time, do managers worry about whether the players are enjoying it and responding to it?
No, they'll enjoy winning. Everyone enjoys winning, but I think players will play better and you'll get more wins if they love what they're doing. If they're you know, they'll every now and again, games like that, under these circumstances, where their club is at the moment, that is the right performance for today. When they pick the side, Ronaldo out before the game, I'm looking at it from a manager's point of view, thinking, OK, those 3 solidness in midfield is where Chelsea's strengths are. They got the 2 little inside forwards, the 2 deep midfield players, that's their strength. And he's tried to smother that. And he did that today. But you can't expect Man United to go and play like that week in and week out against Crystal Palace, whoever they're playing. They're going to take the game to them. And that's where the club's got to go forward. And that's where United fans wouldn't stand for that every week. They really wouldn't.
I think when I look back at our team, it's probably a little bit of a myth that you think you go into every game gung-ho, trying to score goals, trying to win games by playing brilliant football. Sometimes you have to have performances like that. You have to respect who you were playing against. And there's many...
But the difference was you had an identity at the time with the way you would play.
Yeah, we changed, Steve. You think of Man United, you probably think 4-4-2, going for it, wide players. Sometimes you go to Chelsea, you go to Barcelona, you go to Liverpool, the best teams, 4-5-1. Yeah. And you stay in the game. It's not always the best. You probably show more quality than they have done today. But sometimes it's just a scruffy win. Go away, respect the opposition, sit behind the ball. You might just get 1 chance, 2 chances, but you've got to take them.
And what about Glenn's point about players? Did you used to enjoy that then?
It was the way we had to win sometimes. Now, look, if you come away from win, great.
My point is you can't put a team out, a Man United team, with the talent that's in that squad, you can't put a team out like that every week to play that way and try and win and get up the league and win a league. That's what my point. Today was, for me, Michael's got it absolutely spot on. Whoever picked the team has got it absolutely spot on for today's performance against Chelsea in the form that they're in. Paul, you're correct. They're a great side at the moment, in a great run. They couldn't come here today and be expansive. But for going forward, I know Manchester United fans are not going to stand for playing that way, because there's going to be games when they play that way and they're going to lose. So it's a stepping stone, but it's not the template for United to go forward.
Where do you stand on all this?
I'm always balancing it, and I totally get what the lads are saying. I'm just thinking, for the future, sometimes I think you've got to have less of a short-term... OK, so the best chance they had of getting points today was doing what they did. So I sit here and agree with that.
But moving forward now.
But I just wonder what, you know, if your end game is to be up there with Manchester City, Liverpool, play the way they do, you know, which they don't really change for many teams at the moment. You look at Liverpool, they don't change when they go away. If you want to get to that level, that's my next question to the lads. Well, is this short-term thinking then just going to try to grab a point, which is fine, which is good. They've grabbed the point, so you know I'm sat here sort of. But they're better. They've got to want more than that in the future.
Are they better than that, Michael?
No, but how do they get better than what they are at the minute?
Well, I think it has to be coaching. It has to be
It can't
better players.
It can't be playing like that, can it?
You think in the midfield area, can that team compete with Manchester City? Can it compete with Liverpool, keeping the ball the way they do? The quality's not there, Michael.
No, and I don't disagree that the quality's not there, but what I'm saying is, if that's Burnley, if that's Brighton, if that's a lot of teams in this league, I get why you would chop and change and think, right, we're playing Norwich at home this week, we're going to play a bit more. Now we're going to Man City, let's show it. But I just think if you're trying to get to that top level, like Manchester United are, I can't then accept that you're going to keep going to half the teams in the league away from home or against the good teams at home and play like that or play that team. Because you're never going to get better.
They won't play like that. It's only against the best teams they're going to play like. They get forced to play like that.
But how do they improve if they keep?
Well, it's got to be down to a coach. If you
Pep Guardiola will not manage a Premier League team other than Manchester City, and he wants to stay with the Etihad club as long as possible, the 50-year-old said. Guardiola took over at City in 2016 and has led the club to 3 Premier League titles and the FA Cup. The Spaniard's contract is due to expire in 2023. Guardiola said he would like to lead a national team at a World Cup one day. Asked if he would consider coaching the England national team, Guardiola hailed Gareth Southgate for his work with the Three Lions. I would love, I said many times, when I finish here, the pleasure to lead a team at a World Cup. But it is not easy to find it. There are only a few positions, Guardiola told British media on Saturday. I would like it, but if it doesn't happen, I will train clubs, so it will not be a problem. But in England, being here I think always I will be Man City, and if I have to come back it would be at Man City, if they want me. I would not train another club in England apart from this club. Guardiola congratulated England coach Southgate for signing a new contract and said that he is not looking to take a position from anyone. I want to be here at City, as long as possible, as much as my energy and love is here. After that I don't know what will happen, Guardiola said. City are third in the Premier League on 26 points after 12 matches. They host fourth-placed West Ham United later on Sunday.